last time out on BFC. Quad 1 had two absolute bangers of fights. We got to see the one and only Tossie, the number one seed, the defending two-time champion, maul Jerry Farrell for what felt like an eternity. Meanwhile, don't mind that. I love when this game just forgets how to work. Meanwhile, on the other side, Big Nate and Quinn Allen went to an absolute war against each other. And one of the greatest highlight reel knockouts in BFC history happened, man. But now we enter on to quad number 2, where we will get to see the 5 seed, John C. Linker, take on his best friend, Gideon Struts. And then on the other side, the battle of the undefeated prospects coming up through the ranks, Thad Shin and JT Felix, take each other on in fights that are sure to be absolute bangers. So let's just get straight into this one here. So YOLO tonight. So let's talk about these two. John C. Linker and Gideon Struts. Both of these two have been vets since tournament number 1. Way back when. Mind you, this is the 4th tournament. And they have never come across each other's brackets at all. So it's going to come down. The fact that we have not seen these two fight each other is insane. Best friends are turned to enemies here today. Taking a look at the 12 seed, Gideon Struts, who was doubted big time in that first round matchup against Nate Slimmer. But he went out there and absolutely dominated him. In terms of the striking abilities of Gideon Struts, he is a phenomenal striker. He's going to tear you to shreds on the feet unless he is backing up. He cannot be the nail. He's only the hammer. So a big question mark in this fight is, can he move forward? Can he attack John C. Linker? Especially because John C. Linker is not exactly a pressure fighter, but he's got a weird style of pressure. Will Gideon Struts be able to take advantage? And there is the ginger, one-eyed wonder, John C. Linker. And when you talk about somebody who is well-rounded, John C. Linker comes to mind. His style is very unique. He wants to make this fight a brawl. Usually not exactly a big brawler, not much of more of a dirty boxer than anything. But he, in this fight, will definitely look to make this a little bit more high pace and try to put the throttle down. He uses his space and his reach to kind of create dark areas. We saw it a lot in the Dex Witherspoon fight, where he was able to kind of move back and set up head kicks and set up those big shots, kind of stay at the outside to open up the inside. Is the best way to describe it. This fight is going to be really, really interesting. Like I said, these two have never fought. John C. Linker has fought Gideon's little brother, Levi Struts, who has a similar style and starch to both times. Gideon Struts is going to have the advantage in the reach and the height categories, however, which can make the world of the difference. How you doing, Bruce Buffer? Been a minute. It's been a while. This is, in fact, a 5-round fight, second round of the tournament. As we take a look at the 12 seed, Gideon Struts, who is 7-8, and John C. Linker, the 5 seed, 8-7 record. You may be saying, well, those are very similar records. John C. Linker, in his last 8 or so, he started out 0-5, but He's came back big time. He's been great ever since. Only really losing to Malachi Wilson and like Tossie, really. And we are underway. And immediately Johnson put on very nice pressure to start out with. Gideon Struts landing some good shots early. But Johnson Linker trying to work down the legs, trying to chop down the tree. Get Gideon Struts to respect the power is going to be something that Johnson's going to have to do. Johnson's not afraid to get a little bit bloodied and get in there a little bit. But he's going to have to get in there big time. Eats a big shot right there. Gideon Struts moving forward. Like I said, Gideon Struts loves to move forward. He loves to be the aggressor, and that's where he works at his best. He does not historically have a good time backing up. Johnson Linker's backing up, though. Big shot. Oh, another big shot. Gideon Struts trying to end this one. Drops him. Dropped him early in the first round here. Do we see the huge upset of this tournament? Can Gideon Struts do it? Johnsy hurt early in this one. He was hurt early in the Dex Witherspoon fight as well. Now he's beginning to piece off, land some good shots. He's got to try to find something. Recovered pretty well. However, Gideon Struts really working well off those kicks. Oh my gosh, he just ate a head kick though. Gideon backing up. That's not where he wants to be. It's hard to use your kicking abilities if you're backing up, for sure, on your heels. We've seen it in the past. That's a big reason why Gideon Struts has lost a lot of fights. Both of them trading kicks, though. I don't think that's exactly where Johnsy wants to be. Would expect Johnsy to maybe mix it up and use a takedown in this fight, though. He definitely will have the advantage if that's the place that he wants to take this fight. Beautiful body kick from Johnson Linker. Nice head kick from Gideon Struts. That lead leg kick is landing for Gideon Struts. Really got to keep it up. Beautiful uppercut here. Coming towards the end of round number 1. Gideon Struts is looking great. And this has been a kickboxing battle. Both of them landed some great kicks. Johnsy a little bit out of range with that one. But the foundational work is being set. Great round 1 for the 12 seed. Gideon Struts. Beautiful body shot. A nice right hand to end it off into round number 1. Johnson Linker. Got to figure something out, right? He is no stranger to coming back down. He's been kicked down. He's been beat up. Big check hook there. Beautiful job opening it up. I wish he didn't throw the kick there. I don't know what he was doing. Johnsy opens himself up and gets absolutely popped for it. I don't know. Again, Gideon was just not landing anything there. But check left absolutely lands beautifully. Johnsy does tend to drop the right hand when he is attacking. That could be of advantage for Gideon Struts. Round number 2. And respect from these two. Been best friends for 10 years now. It's all love and all respect here in the octagon. Johnsy changing to southpaw. Interesting. Usually Gideon's the one to switch stances, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, it looked like Johnsy may have wanted a takedown. He does not, though. So maybe coach's advice says, hey, let's move to southpaw. Let's see if we can work something off with that. It's not going so well so far. Just got dropped by a kick. Johnson Linker. They're sizing each other up. Beautiful head movement from Gideon Struts. Be able to change the levels, change the eye line of Johnson Linker. Jab working off the jab. Beautiful head kick. Gideon Struts leaned into that one. Gideon's hurt. Gideon's backing up big time. Up against the cage. Can Johnson Linker do something? Nice body kick. Oh, beautiful counter, though. Gideon Struts is hurt. Look at the huge cut on his forehead. However, Johnson Linker is now cut up bad. It looked like Gideon Struts tried to change levels again, and the way that Johnsy just is able to manipulate space really just to lean into that head kick. I don't want to exactly call that manipulating space, but I would call that manipulating this fight. Gideon Struts, big knockdown. Is this the end of it? Round number 2. Does he get the upset? He's so hurt right now. John C. Linker barely is able to grab on. Oh my gosh, could this be it? Gideon Struts, Gideon Struts, Gideon Struts. KO round number 2. The 12 seed has just upset the 5. My goodness. What a violent end to this one. Gideon Struts. No pressure on him at all. He was able to kick back and just hang out. And he looks pretty darn good. John C. Linker is going to have to drop down to the loser's bracket. That is not what you want to see if you are him. And Gideon Struts looking beautiful as always. The jumping front kick, the front kick especially, is one of his best weapons. We saw it during the Nate Slimmer fight. Used a lot. And he uses it right here very effectively to hurt John C. Linker to get that finish. Landed a lot more strikes. Landed a lot more powerful strikes. Dropped him twice. I mean, yeah, not much really to comment about. John C. Linker just really wasn't as aggressive as probably some would figure. He didn't really step to it. It's hard to explain what kind of happened there. But something is up. Gideon Struts has been doubted. He's been the underdog in both of his fights thus far. And he's going to come out on top. And he moves on to the Elite 8, I believe that would be. Right? Yeah, Elite 8. So. Oh, wrong button. Here we go. So yeah, we just witnessed John C. Linker get smoked by Gideon Struts. But now we had come to a battle of 2 newcomers. As we have Thad Shin, the 4 seed, taking on JT Felix. And I mean, we went from 2 pretty tall people to 2 little midgets here. So this will be a very interesting dynamic fight here. I'm intrigued to see what happens. And there's number 4 seed Thad Shin. He's only taken out dogs thus far, okay? Only really fought against the tallest of the giants in BFC. And he's beat him with flying colors. Demolished Big Nate to earn his 4 seed. I mean, and he looked great while doing it. Like I said, absolutely packed and smoked him. And then turned around against Reed Allen and just tore him to shreds. You want to talk about a powerful pressure boxer. You know, we have the Cole Schollers. We have who am I thinking? Why am I blanking on the other name that I was going to say? We have the Cole Schollers. We have the Gavin Graves, who aren't the most powerful, but they pressure you. They get up in your face. They make you hurt. Not nearly as much as Thad Shin. Thad Shin's got dynamite in his hands. But he's taking on a pretty dangerous man right here, JT Felix. JT is an interesting name and an interesting fighter because he's yet. I don't believe, actually, yeah, he did get a finish. But in his first round tournament match against Tyler Johnson, again, giant of the division, he was able to actually be the one using the reach. He was able to keep Tyler on the outside, force Tyler to play his type of game. He's a phenomenal striker. We'll see what he can do on the ground. He has shown some ability with the ground game. But in terms of power, you're not exactly going to see that. So that's going to make a very interesting one for this one. Contact versus power. JT's going to put you 100 punches into the hole, but Thatchin can end it with one. So this matchup is going to be dynamic. Both of these two are small men right here. JT Felix, however, does come in with just a slight advantage. Let's go, Bruce. Somebody's undefeated streak of 2-0 is going to be ended here today. The 4-seed Thatchin, 2-0 record with 2 KOs, and JT Felix representing Brazil with a 2-0 record as well. The 13-seed versus the 4-seed. Here we go. Do not expect this fight to last very long. Head kick immediately. Big time shot from JT Felix here. Thatchin just not giving him an inch of space. We'll see how JT's able to handle and create space. That's going to be the big advantage. The big decider of this fight is if JT Felix can create the space like he did against Tyler Johnson to be able to get in and land his shots. Because Thatchin is just not backing up. He's not going to back up. Beautiful knees. Oh, big overhand. You do not want to see that. Takedown early. And Thatchin landing big time shots here. You do not want to be in this position if you are JT Felix. Thatchin trying to move positions here, trying to get something done, trying to get some work done. He's going to move into a position where he's going to try and get some punches landed. Oh my gosh, Darce choke. Darce from Thatchin showing off the submission game. We have not seen this part of his game just yet. And that's tight. Oh man, that is tight. That is tight. How did JT Felix get out of that? Not a good start for JT. He needs to get up as soon as humanly possible. Thatchin, middle of the octagon right now. He's going to mount up and try to land some punches. No, he's not. He does not attempt a single punch. Would you love to see? Thatchin keeps him on the ground, though. Here we go. Full mount. Number 4 seed Thatchin is looking unstoppable right now. Can he continue? Can he keep this up? JT Felix needs to find an answer here. Big time shots. Oh man, huge shots raining down from above. These are not what you want to see if you're JT Felix. Horrible position for him to be in right now. However, he's going to escape out the hip and he's going to be able to stand up. Oh, beautiful check left from JT. Thatchin trying to get in there, put the pressure on. He knows he's going to have a ground advantage, it looks like. Beautiful body kick. Both of them in the middle of the octagon trading blows. Oh, that was a beautiful jab there from Thatchin. Thatchin. Takedown, yes. Beautiful job from Thatchin to get inside and land this takedown. He's got a little bit of limited time, however, in the round. Coming down to 10 seconds left in this round. However, it's a very dominant round number 1 from Thatchin. Thatchin proving why he should be the 4 seed. He looks very good right now. JT Felix, however, I mean, he's landed some solid shots there on the feet. However, that overhand right was devastating from Thatchin. Taking a look at it again. JT cannot afford to eat another one of those. That's not what you want to do. And then the double leg up against the cage to end the round from Thatchin. Beautiful work from him, man. That 4 seed is looking pretty good as of right now. Here we go. Round number 2. Starting off with the body kick, Superman punch, punches and bunches for JT Felix. Seems to be the strategy, negating the power. And he's doing a very good job of it. Thad Shin trying to find the overhands so he can back him up. What is going on? I have no idea. Oh, my slam! Thad Shin slams him down. JT used the jab, and then Thad Shin just walked right through his jab. That was crazy. Major slam. I mean, we aren't even a minute. We're a minute into this fight, into round number 2, and Thad Shin is just on some demon time. And that's going to be full mount. Thad Shin. He's going to post up, trying to land some big shots here. Huge shots. Oh, this could be bad. And I think he's going to try to transition to an armbar. Armbar attempt. Could he put this one away? Can JT get out of this? JT Felix fighting as hard as he humanly can, but I don't think he can. No, he cannot. Armbar. Thad Shin. This man is dangerous. Look at this slam. Get on the ground. And then just gets up on top and taps him out. What a submission game. Thad Shin looks legit. Oh, man. 2 round 2 finishes. Wow. JT Felix did not stand a chance. I mean, there's a reason why JT Felix coming into this was a 13 seed out of 32. He got respect on his name, but man, there was nothing you could do about that. He just got absolutely mauled. He tried to get space on the feet, and Thad Shin would just walk right through. However, JT Felix, I mean, who have a pretty favorable matchup against whoever he will get in the losers bracket. So we'll see what goes on with that. But man, oh man, Thad Shin just dominating performance. Landed all 3 takedowns. Almost 4.5 minutes of control time in this one. He even stunned him once. Huge strikes being landed. I wonder if should round 1 be a 10-8 round? Probably not, right? One of the judges said 10-8. Well, shoot, I guess. I mean, well, there you go. Moving on from quad number 2. Gideon Struts, the 12 seed, is going to have to take on Thad Shin, the 4 seed, in a matchup that does not bode well for Gideon Struts. This is a terrible pull if you are Gideon. But we will see what happens with that. Looking on later on here. Wrong one. There we go. Quad number 3. We got some absolute dogs here. Malachi Wilson and JP Dunn are going to have a great, probably wrestling match. And then we're going to see what Michael Pollock can do after his big upset of the 6 seed Brian the Beast. We'll see if he can do anything against Levi Struts, who's going to keep this one on the feet. I don't know if Michael Pollock's going to use the ground game nearly as much as he did against Brian the Beast. So whoever comes out of bracket 3 here has a good chance to be able to use their ground game to be able to move on to the finals. But with that being said, shout out to the boys for making it. Shout out Thad Shin, shout out Gideon Struts, Johnson Linker, and JT Felix. Find yourself at home in the losers bracket. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.